Amber of the Incas from the Amazon Basin rainforest. William Hovey Smith, 2016. I am the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China. In preparation of our Christmas meal with one of our new knives, we made an unexpected discovery.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And today, I'm acting in a rather different capacity than usual when I sit at my table here. This time as a professional geologist. Am one, you know. Registered in the state of Georgia. And I hold degrees from the University of Georgia and the University of Alaska, and also studied at the University of Arizona and the University of Arkansas. I nearly got all the U of A's done, lacking only the University of Alabama, so far as taking courses go. This Christmas, while buying some Brazil nuts from the IGA store here, we picked up a piece that was not Brazil nut. And I've described it in previous videos, and you'll see a close-up of it. This is a piece of fossil tree resin. Now there are two things this is called. Most people would know such material as amber. Well, amber, that name, is usually reserved for the so-called precious amber of the Balkans, such as this. Which is now mostly derived from Poland, although not exclusively. Amber is occasionally found in other locations in Europe, and particularly near Lake Baikal, where it is green in color. Amber is also found in the Americas. It is found in the islands of the Caribbean, in the larger islands, particularly in the island of Hispaniola, where it occurs in both Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The two countries split that island. In Cuba, in Jamaica, and in Puerto Rico. Now the Dominican amber has been exploited the longest and has the best reputation and best distribution in the trade. If you go to the Dominican Republic, you can fairly commonly find and buy necklaces and other items made of Dominican amber. Amber is also found on the mainland. It is found in Mexico. It is also found in Brazil and in Peru, as I now discover. The ancient Inca certainly knew of it, and they used it and copal, C-O-P-A-L, copal, as a natural resin. They melted the sap from this tree and used it as a thick resin to patch canoes, as a sealant, as an adhesive, as for any number of things, including, oddly enough, for filling teeth. Yeah. But yeah, they did. So when I picked up this piece of amber, it came from somewhere in the Brazilian rainforest, and where I don't know. It might have come from the Peruvian side. There's certainly Brazil nuts over there, I would suppose. But they also recover copal. Now copal is a resin produced from a tree, and the tree, either through natural or artificial means, is scarred and produces sap which goes down into the soil and as a lump, and sometimes traps insects. When this sap is under heat and pressure for some thousands or millions of years, depending, it can range all the way from fresh sap from the tree to very hard, compact, shiny, jimmy-like material, including having large numbers of fossilized insects. You can buy today on eBay a large collection of amber from Colombia, for example, with beautifully preserved fossilized insects from the Miocene. And the Miocene seems to have been the period when most of the amber in the Antilles, that is the Caribbean islands, and South America was formed, although some is probably older and some, well, even extending to the modern day. Copal can be worked into beads and jewelry and is sometimes sold as amber. However, the copal is not as valuable and may be dissolved in solvents like acetone. This amber, which has been in the system for thousands of years, is no longer soluble. It may or may not contain insects. This is a massive, uniform, brown piece with a hard conchoidal fracture. So I would say fossilized copal is what I would call this. It is not translucent, so I would not classify this as a precious amber. Now, how much is amber worth? Well, the amber with insects in them today from Colombia for about 50 bucks a piece. Now, beautiful stuff. Go on eBay, you can find it right now. Or you can get a collection of amber from New Jersey that is older, Cretaceous amber, and wad about yay by yay spread out on a table with smallish pieces to the largest not quite this big for $33. And some of it's pretty Jimmy stuff. So it's available from a wide variety of sources. So this is an interesting insight in amber from the Americas. There are some hard references that you can go to and see as well as find it on eBay. So if you're really interested, you can look up the references that I will refer to at the end of this video and give you a printout so you can find them. They are not common, but thanks to Google, you can pick them up.
This is how I described finding the amber in a pile of Christmas nuts from a mid-Georgia IGA grocery store.
And we're continuing our food preparation with our Billy Joe Rubidoux paring knife, which started off as a tiller point that had about a 1/4 inch rust on both sides of the blade. And yeah, we made a knife out of it, and a very effective one too. Now what we're working right now are nuts. And I'm cracking these nuts. This is a lot of mixed nuts that I purchased at a store. And the logical question is why? You can buy all these things in packages. They're nicely slivered and cut, and you don't have to go through all this, and you don't have to do it. So why do it? Well, why do it is because it teaches you a lot. Particularly if you have a bunch of kids in the house and need something to do with them coming the holiday season. This is what you do. Yep, they can crack nuts. And they do it very well. There's a little bit of skill involved, there's a little bit of force involved, something happens, and you get to learn a lot. You get to learn that almonds, for example, actually look like this, and they come from something real. Not just magically appear on the top of candy bars. The same with Brazil nuts. Also, when you work with real nuts and real products, sometimes the unexpected happens. Look closely at this pile of nuts.
Do you see anything different? Well, yes, you do. Toward the center, there's something in there that's definitely off color and off shape. It's about the color of one of those filberts, but it's certainly not a filbert. And although it's shaped something like a Brazil nut, it's not a nut either. And this is what it is. This is a piece of amber, somewhere from the Brazilian rainforest. It's a fossil tree resin. It's quite lustrous. It looks superficially like jasper. When these nuts were being cleaned and processed, there was quite a bit of energy involved, and it cracked and fractured, and these are nice conchoidal fractures like glass gives. This is a very uniform product. So this was the amber of the Inca. and they in fact did use amber. Not so much for decorative purposes that I have found thus far, but they used it as an industrial resin. And in fact, the one recorded reference I was able to find, when they drilled teeth, they used this amber as a cement in dentistry. Now, can you imagine having someone drill your teeth with a stone bow drill and then stick hot melted amber in the hole? Ew. So this is Inca amber. Amber is found in Mexico, red amber in particular. It's recovered in the Dominican Republic. It's found in the southeastern U.S. Is there amber similar to the Baltic amber that we would consider a semi-precious stone, although it's not a stone, it's actually a fossil resin, in the Brazilian rainforest? Don't know. This could be worked into a way or used any other way you would use amber, but is not in of itself the precious amber of the Baltics, which is very, very pretty stuff, translucent or sometimes even nearly transparent. Sometimes with fossil insects. This could capture insects as well. Although this amber strikes me as older. I would suspect this is a Cretaceous amber, but I have no way of proving that, not knowing where it came from. But never know what you might find when you start working with natural materials.
But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.
Here is a banner of my new company, Hovey's Knives of China, and some of the interesting knives we produce based on ancient Chinese designs from 2,000 years ago. Here is a photo of some more of the knives, and yet even more of the knives. We will produce more than 15 patterns starting in January 2017. I am the author of Backyard Deer Hunting, and we have chapters on cooking and using knives in all of my books, and these include crossbow hunting, extreme muzzleloading, and practical bow fishing. Now, there have been some publications about these ambers from the Americas, and a good one is Geology of the Amber-Bearing Deposits of the Greater Antilles. And I've also included some recent videos about gathering copal. For more information on Hovey's Knives of China, you can go to the website below. For information on my books, blogs, and more than 575 videos, you can go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.